Hello everybody, this is Brett at CrewTracks and I am so excited to talk to you about document management. It's finally here. We're going to have 5 videos for you on document management and you are here. Step 1, good place to start. We're just going to add some documents to CrewTracks in the browser. So this is usually going to happen in the office, someone sitting at a computer accessing the web app of CrewTracks or the browser or back end of CrewTracks. So as you can see right here in the menu, we now have a documents item. So if I click on documents, I'll see these folders right here. Usually this is just where you navigate documents that already exist. There is one big exception though, and that is organization documents. This is the place for uploading documents that you want everyone to see every day. So a good example is a JHA or a JSA, right? A safety form that you want everyone to fill out every day. Just put it in your organization documents and it will automatically be included on every schedule. So for example, if I go now to my schedules list and go ahead and add a schedule and scroll down, there it is. The JHA is included on my documents list by default because I put it in my organization documents. Now, if you have a document that just needs to exist for a certain job, go to jobs. If you need a document that just exists for a certain crew, go to crews. Likewise with equipment. So for example, let's take a look at jobs first. So let's look at this Green Oak sidewalk job, for example. If we go in here, scroll down, let's upload a new document, and maybe this plans document is for this job in particular. Great, now this document exists in this job. And now I'll show you one more time. If I go to my schedules list, add a new schedule, the organization document is there by default as usual. But if I now add a job to this schedule, and we'll choose the Green Oak sidewalk job. If I add any item from that job to this schedule, now if I go down to documents, you can see I've got the JHA from the organization context and this plans document from that job context. Now keep in mind, this doesn't have to be set in advance. I'm setting up this schedule as if I'm scheduling everything in advance for the guys in the field. If you use crews and the guys are creating their own schedules, that's fine. If they add that job to their schedule in the field, then the document will come with it. Okay, next let's look at crews. So I'll go to setup and then crews. Here's my various crews. They all belong to me because this is my demo company. But for any one of these crews, if there's a certain document that just pertains to a certain crew, maybe an emergency contact list for that crew or something like that, just go and edit that crew, scroll down to documents, upload a new document, and let's say this mobilization map for some reason applies to this particular crew. Great. Okay, so once again, if I go to my schedules list and add a new schedule, as always, my organization documents are there by default. If I were to add that job that we looked at that has a document on it, it would include its document as well. Or if I choose the crew that we just threw a document on, I believe it was the masonry crew. Let's go down to documents. And there it is. The mobilization map for that crew exists here. So again, any area that you attach a document to, if you include that thing on the schedule, then the document will come with it. So organization, always there. In this case, we chose the crew. Let me show you one more example, and that is in equipment. So in any piece of equipment, we can attach a document. So let's go and view this skid steer. We'll click on Upload New Document, and let's get this equipment inspection. All right, that equipment inspection now exists on that particular skid steer. So one more time, let me show you. We'll go to Schedules List. We'll add a new schedule. As always, anything that exists in the organization context is there by default. Let's go ahead and add the job that we looked at. I believe it was this sidewalk job. We'll just add one of those items. And now we've included the document for that job. Next, let's choose our crew. And for this particular crew, there is a document included, so that just got added. And next, let's add that piece of equipment. Oh, is it already there? Nope, it's the other skid steer. So let's get rid of that skid steer and add this one. And if we go down, now we have that equipment inspection for that skid steer. Now the last place you can attach a document is you might just want a document for this particular schedule on this particular day, not attached to the organization, the job, the crew, or piece of equipment. It's just for this schedule for this day. As it says right here, you can upload new documents to the schedule after it is created. So let's go ahead and hit save. Now that I've saved that schedule, I can go in and edit it. And down here, you'll see the schedule documents area, and we can upload documents just for this particular schedule. This area doesn't exist until you save the schedule because the schedule doesn't technically exist until you click save. At that moment, the schedule is created and now you can add documents to it. So that's why you've got that step of saving the schedule before this section is available to upload documents. So let's go ahead and add a document to this schedule. It's a safety meeting list just for this one particular day. It's a one-time use sort of deal. There we go. And now we have a schedule document, an organization document, a job document, a crew document, an equipment document, and that schedule document shows up here in this list again, right there. So that's how you add documents to CrewTracks. If we go now back to documents, you'll see that all of these documents now exist in this folder structure. So if you go to your crews, we're not going to show you a big list of all your crews if they don't have documents there. But once you do have a document for a crew, you can actually go in there and add another one to the crew from this context, or you can go back to the crew section and add documents there. So right now you can see I'm in Brett's masonry crew, so I could add another document to Brett's masonry crew right here, or just go back over to the crews area, choose that crew and add it like we did before. All right, I'm going to go up one folder again. And what I just told you is true for all of these areas. So now we have a document attached to this job. We can put more documents on that job from this context, or just go back to jobs the way we did it before. So again, this area is pretty much just for viewing documents that already exist. The only exception is organization documents. This is the place to go first to add a general document that you want visible to everybody all the time. And by the way, there is a slight exception to that in that you can turn off field access for a document. Say, you know what, I don't want the field to see this particular document. This is just for the office. But by default, that is checked, so it's going to be visible to everybody. And while we've got this menu open, let me also mention this required checkbox. If you check this box, in fact, you've got a little tooltip right there telling you, when this is checked, the foreman must edit and submit a copy of this document before submitting their schedule. But we'll talk about that in video 3, editing documents in the field. That's it for just adding your documents to CrewTracks. If you need to learn about how to view documents in the field, take a look at video number 2. And of course, if you ever need help with any of this stuff, give us a call, send us an email. We're always here to help you out.